Well, good morning. Once again, we're on the backside, but we're on the other side where the main track is, and it's kind of a different world over here. And we're with Cherie DeVaux, and Cherie is a relatively new trainer out on her own since April of last year, but she's trained for quite a long time, and she worked with Jed Braun for 8 years. So could you give us a little background about how you got started?
Well, I started actually when I was very young. My family is involved in harness racing. My father was a trainer, my grandfather was a trainer. I have brothers that are involved. So, I grew up on a different backside over on Saratoga, and we lived in Monticello. So the horse racing world isn't new to me. My family took a sabbatical from training and moved to Florida, where I grew up. I started college there, and they moved back, and I followed, and I had no real want or desire to come over and do thoroughbreds. I got a job just haphazardly hot walking, and I've never left. I went 4 years of school. I didn't graduate, but when I finished my last semester, I started working for Chuck Simon, who coincidentally had his first job for my father when I was very young, 2 or 3 years old. I worked for him for 6 years, and then I was Chad's one of his senior assistants based at Belmont for 8 years.
And what kind of things did you do for Chad?
Well, I ran the Belmont division almost exclusively. Really, I spent 6 winters there, and then my last 2 winters I had went to Palmettos and helped manage that string down there. But through the winter we got to develop a lot of really nice horses that went on to run in the Breeders' Cup Classic. We had Last Gunfighter, we had Zevo. We got to really take advantage of the winter program that Aqueduct offered, and it was really, really cool to oversee that and basically be on my own for those couple months.
Right. So I'm sure you feel that experience helped you a lot with your current endeavor.
It does. I've spoken to some younger people who want to get involved, and the only difference between a lot of people is how much experience you have. When you get to see a lot of horses going in and out, you just see a lot more and you experience a lot more than somebody, if you managed 100 horses a year, you're seeing a lot more different problems than somebody who maybe is 10. So that's the biggest difference in anything is experience.
Right. So you started out on your own in April of 2018, and how's that been? Is it tough getting started?
Well, it's a tough transition. I had a lot of things going on. I moved, I got married, we relocated to Kentucky. So just a lot of different aspects of my life had changed, but the most trying change was just taking a step back, and instead of running 10, 11 a day, it might be 1 a month. Just when you're getting started and getting everything developed, you have to take a step back and start from zero again, which was difficult, but we're up and we went from 10 to begin with to 30 now, split between here and Kentucky, and all of our 2-year-olds and horses in development are starting to come around and pointing towards their first races. So it's getting really exciting.
Oh, so you're building a pretty good stable here pretty quick.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate with the help of my husband, David Ingordo, who's a bloodstock agent, and some of my clients have really been supportive. We have some put together a few partnerships, I've gotten a couple other new clients in, and it's been really fun and exciting.
Right. Well, you mentioned your husband had purchased some pretty good horses.
He did. He purchased the Nyata Accelerate. He has Catalina Cruiser right now, gift box. It's The list is really long, and I'm going to forget a lot of them. But he's
Is there
he does
any
a great
more
job.
famous horse than Yada?
Well, some might argue Rachel Alexandra.
Yeah, they're both right up there. That's for sure. Well, so your daily routine, you hit the track here at 4:30 in the morning, and
We get here about 5. We oversee the training of the ones here. I'm split. My time is split between here and Kentucky. So I'm here, generally get here Friday evening. I'm here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I travel back to Kentucky Monday evening, and when I'm not here, David has really helped out and stepped up to just oversee things while I'm taking care of things in Kentucky. And I have a lot down there. There's a lot of 2-year-olds that we're getting ready to run.
do you purchase them at the auctions?
I do not. It's all overseen by David and his team, who do a great job.
Right. Well, that's good. The emphasis is, since we've been here, it's definitely been on 2-year-olds.
Yeah. For us, it's the way I don't have a big background in claiming horses. So, we've purchased a few older horses, some out of auction here and some from overseas out of Europe. But, as far as claiming, which keeps you busy, I don't have that strong of a background. I've claimed a few, and it's been good experiences. But, really developing them is what I'm passionate about, at any level, how they come along and how you can get them from day 0 to where they're flourishing as a racehorse is really what I find gives me the most personal satisfaction.
Jed Braun has really risen to the top. And is there any one characteristic you would say that you maybe got from him that you utilize?
Well, it's keeping a whole plan in mind from the beginning. You have an end point, whether it be, the Breeders' Cup or a certain stake to get to, and being able to be flexible with that. So if something doesn't work out, don't panic. You just go to plan B.
Well, how about the owners? Do you have good experiences with them?
I'm really fortunate. I have a great group of clients who've been, they're supportive, understanding. They all are on the same page that horses, the well-being of the horse comes first. And, to let them develop and give them time. And it's really worked out for us in that respect. You give them a little time and they reward you more than just keeping a short-sightedness about it.
Right. Well, Cherie, we sure wish you luck with your training and your partnerships, and we really appreciate you doing the interview.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.